Kritika here. In numerical methods, system of linear equation can be solved using direct and iterative method. Gauss elimination and Gauss-Jordan are direct method. Gauss-Jacobi and Gauss-Seidel are iterative method. In the upcoming videos, we are going to see how to solve using these four methods one by one with examples. In this video, let me give you a quick overview of how to solve using these four methods. Gauss elimination and Gauss-Jordan are more or less same. In Gauss elimination method, we will be reducing the matrix to an upper triangular matrix. Upper triangular matrix means the elements below diagonal elements will be 0. Whereas in Gauss-Jordan method, we will be reducing the matrix to diagonal or unit matrix, which means the elements below and above the diagonals will be 0. Apart from this, the rest of the thing are same in both the methods. In Gauss-Jacobi and Gauss-Seidel, the working method is same. In Gauss-Jacobi method, we will be initializing the value of x, y and z to 0. So when you do like that, you will be getting a new value for x, y and z. So these values will be substituted in the given equation to get the next set of values. And this is repeated till we get the two consecutive iterations value as same. But in Gauss-Seidel method, we'll initialize the value of x, y, z to 0. When you initialize it with 0, we'll get a new value for x. And to get the value of y, we'll not be substituting the value of 0 here. We'll be using the recent value of x to get the value of y. Similarly, to get the value of z, we'll get the new set of values of x and y. But in case of Gauss-Jacobi method, this x, y and z, only after getting these three values, we'll be substituting the value back in the given equation. But in Gauss-Seidel, after initializing the value of x to 0, for getting the value of y, we'll get the recent value of x. To get the value of z, we'll get the recent value of x and y. Now we'll see the steps to solve the system using Gauss elimination method. As a first step, we have to write the given equation in the matrix format Ax equal to b, where A is the coefficient matrix and x is a variable matrix and b is constant matrix. So after writing the equation in the matrix format, then we have to reduce the matrix A to upper triangular matrix. So upper triangular matrix means the values below the diagonals will be 0. And after reducing that, we have to rewrite this matrix to an equation format. So you have to rewrite it to the equation, and after rewriting, you can get the value of x, y and z from that equation. I have taken an example system of equation here. Let us solve this using Gauss elimination method. So as a first step, we have to write this equation in the form of matrix. Let us write the given equation as a matrix Ax equal to b. As I said, A is a coefficient matrix. So write all the coefficients in the equation. 2, 3, minus 1, 4, 4, minus 3. Here 2, minus 3 and then 2. So this is matrix A, and next is the variable matrix. Variable means we have x, y and z here. X, y and z, and b is the constant matrix, which is the values in the right hand side after the equal to symbol. It is 5, 3 and 2. We have to reduce this matrix A to the upper triangular matrix. Let me write it as an augmented matrix. Augmented matrix means the matrix which combines the coefficient and constant matrix. It is 2, 3 minus 1, 4, 4 minus 3, 2 minus 3, 2, and then you draw an horizontal line and write the constants after that. This is an augmented matrix. These are the diagonal elements. Now we have to reduce this to upper triangular matrix so we have to make these three values as 0. So we can use echelon form to reduce this to an upper triangular matrix. To reduce this matrix to an upper triangular matrix, let us take it column by column. in the first column, the element 2 is a diagonal. First, let us make the elements below 2 to be 0. First, we'll reduce this to be 0 and then we'll take 4 and make this the element below 4 to be 0. We'll solve it one by one. First, let us concentrate only in the first column. So, let us keep the row 1 as it is. In row 2, what we are going to do is we are going to change this 4 and 2 to be 0. When you multiply row 1 with 2 and subtract it with row 2, we can get the value of this as 0. Similarly, to make this element to be 0, you can directly subtract row 1 and row 3. It is row 3 minus row 1. So always while making the element below the diagonal to be 0, fix this R1 and based on that you reduce the remaining rows. So there is no changes in row 1. So I am writing row 1 as it is 2, 3 minus 1 and then 5. So for row 2, you have to subtract it with multiplied value of R1. So row 2 is 4, 4 minus 3 and then minus 2 into R1. So multiply the entire row 1 with 2. So when you multiply it with 2, it becomes 4, 6 and then minus 2. So since we want to subtract this, this will become plus. So now it is 0, this is minus 2 and this is minus 1. So I forgot to write the constant. This one, this is 3 and you have to multiply with 2, it is 10. It is minus 7. Now this is the new value for row 2. So let me write it in the matrix. 0, minus 2, minus 1 and minus 7. Next is row 3. So row 3 is 2, minus 3, 2 and you have to subtract it with R1. So R1 is 2, 3 minus 1 and 5. So you have to write the constant matrix value also. So this is to be subtracted. So put a minus, change a sign before the number, which will become as 0. This is minus 6, 3 and minus 3. You can write this in the matrix, which is 0, minus 6, 3 and minus 3. So now we have achieved our target, that is we have made the elements below the diagonal 1 as 0. Next our target is to make the elements below the second diagonal as 0. But before that you can simplify the third row. Since all the values are multiples of 3, divide row 3 with 3. So rest of the values as it is 2, 3 minus 1, 5, 0 minus 2 minus 1 minus 7 and here we are dividing row 3 with 3. So it is 3 minus 2, 1 minus 1. As per our target, now we have to make the element below the second diagonal to be 0. So what you can do is, you can write row 1 and row 2 as it is. To make this as 0, you can simply subtract R3 and R2. So you can do it directly. So row 3 is 0 minus 2, 1 minus 1 minus row 2. Row 2 is 0 minus 2 minus 1 minus 7. Since we have to subtract it, change the sign before the number, which gives you the answer as 0, 2 and 6. Now let us rewrite the equation. 2, 3 minus 1 and 5, 0 minus 2 minus 1 and minus 7. So only we have modified third row. So the new value is 0, 0, 2, 6. So it is 0, 0, 2 and 6. Again further you can simplify the third row by dividing it with 2. Now it becomes 2, 3 minus 1, 0 minus 2 minus 1 minus 7, 0, 0, 1 times 2 and it is 3 times 6. Now this is our final matrix So where you have got the elements below the diagonal as 0, which is your upper triangular matrix. So in this stage we have to rewrite this matrix as an equation. 2x plus 3y minus z equal to 5, and the second row will become, since there is no x value, it is 0 there, so you can directly write y minus 2y minus z equal to minus 7, and in third row you don't have x and y value, so directly write the z value, z equal to 3. Now we have got the value of z here. By back substitution we can get the value of y and z also. So substitute z equal to 3. So let us take this as equation 1, 2 and this as equation 3. So substitute z equal to 3 in equation 2. So what you will be getting? Minus 2y. We have obtained z value as 3. So minus 3 equal to minus 7. Minus 7 plus 3. Minus 2y equal to minus 4, so that we'll get y value as 2. So we got z value as 3, y value as 2, and again substitute y equal to 2 and z equal to 3 in equation 1 to get the x value. So we know the equation 1 is 2x plus 3y minus z equal to 5 is the equation 1. So instead of y you put it as 2, and instead of z it is 3 equal to 5. So which is 2x plus 3 equal to 5, and when you transpose that side it becomes minus 3. 2x equal to 2, whereas x value is equal to 1. X value is equal to 1, y value is equal to 2, and z value is equal to 3. So we have obtained the solution for this linear system of equation using the